Hello. Today we do methods of cooking. How to cook our food. First of all, we do reasons for cooking food. And then we'll do the boiling method, stewing method, grilling, baking, frying, steaming, and the conservative method of cooking food. Now, what are the reasons for cooking food? Cooking is the application of heat on food to make it attractive and easier and safer to eat. Cooking makes food easy to digest. It also reduces the risk of our being infected by bacteria contained within the food. So you apply heat on the food so that it becomes a little more attractive than it is, so that it is easy to eat and it is safe, free from any germs or any bacteria that may have contaminated the food. What methods we use depend on the type of food to be cooked, the time that we have available for cooking, the fuel that we have, firewood, electricity, or whatever means of cooking that we have, the amount of cooking that is to be done, your personal taste, and the type of person that you are cooking that food for. So the first one is boiling. This is the simplest. It's cooking by immersing the food in boiling liquid. So the liquid could be anything. You could have stock, like in suzy. You can have water. You can have milk. Anything that you cook in a liquid that is known as boiling. So you cook by simmering until it is tender. Simmering point is the point just below boiling point. The water, whatever liquid you are using, should not form too many bubbles. That is known as simmering. Quite low heat, just under boiling point. This method is suitable for vegetables, for eggs, muscular parts of meat, those which are tough, bacon and ham. The advantages are that it is simple and it needs very little attention as you are cooking, and various types of food can be used in this way, can be cooked in this way. The liquid that remains after boiling can be used for stocks and soups or gravies. But there are disadvantages. The disadvantages include that food may be broken down by overboiling and the flavor sometimes is lost. And also it takes long to cook the food. The second method is stewing. Stewing is a long, slow cooking of food using a covered pan. Suitable foods are fruits, tough cuts of meat, fish, liver, and tripe. The aim of stewing is to soften all tissues and save the liquid and its contents as a complete dish. Remember, when boiling, you did not save together with the water. The water is removed. But here in stewing, the food is saved together with the liquid in which it was being cooked. So the food should be cut in small pieces and placed in cold liquid, then brought very gradually to just below simmering point. Do not boil. That is stewing. The advantages of stewing are that it is economical in the use of fuel. You don't use much. It can be done on top of the stove or in the oven. It needs very little attention. Just stir occasionally to prevent sticking to the pot. But advantages are that it is slow and you cannot hurry this cooking. The other one is grilling. Grilling is cooking by direct heat over or in front of a smokeless fire or beneath the glowing reflector of a gas or electric grill. Suitable foods are fish, bacon, tomatoes, mushrooms, sausages, thin pieces of good quality meat, e.g. fillet or rump steak, pork chops or lamb chops. So the food has to be prepared by wiping it dry. You brush it with some melted fat to prevent scorching. Grill it until it is golden brown on one side, then you turn it on the other side. The aim is to make the food tender without losing its natural juices. So you can grill even if you don't have a stove, an electric stove. You can grill on mbaula, put some charcoal, so long as there is no smoke coming out of the fire. The advantages are that it is quick and very appetizing. When somebody is grilling some food, it gives out very nice flavor. So it becomes very appetizing. And the food is more easily digested than fried food. But the disadvantage is that only good quality and therefore expensive food can be used. To buy good quality food, it also becomes expensive. So that's the only disadvantage. But the other disadvantage is that it needs careful attention, otherwise it will get burnt. The next method is roasting. Roasting is the cooking of food with fat in an enclosed space. Remember, grilling was open, but this one is enclosed space. It is suitable for better quality cuts of meat and poultry. Do not overcook, because overcooking ruins the flavor of the food. The advantages of roasting are that it is appetizing, it needs little attention. You can put your food to roast as you are doing other duties, so long as you remember that you are cooking something. Other dishes can also be roasted at the same time. So you can put your chicken and you can put your tomatoes, you can put other pieces of meat in the same oven as you are grilling. The only disadvantages are that only good quality meat can be used, and food can shrink, and a great deal of fuel is required. The next one is baking. Baking is the cooking of food in an enclosed space without fat. Roasting, you have to add a little fat so that it cooks properly, but baking is without fat. It is suitable for starch mixtures, like when you are making cakes, scones, biscuits, juicy fruits, or vegetables. So baking is quite similar to roasting. They are all done in the oven in an enclosed space. Frying is the next one. Frying, this is the cooking of food in heated oil or fat. The advantages are that it is a quick method of cooking, and the food is quite attractive in the end. The disadvantages are that it is expensive because food and oil must be of good quality. And it requires constant attention. You can't be frying food and then you go away expecting to find it done. It will be burnt. The other disadvantage is that food becomes indigestible if it is not well cooked and well drained. So types of frying are deep frying, shallow frying. No additional fat is required in dry frying. So you can fry dry, you can fry deep, you can fry shallow. Seasoned flour, milk, and the seasoned flour, that is seasoned flour, milk plus seasoned flour, egg and breadcrumbs, as well as butter can be used in frying. Butter is a mixture of water and flour. You make it into a liquid and then you put your food in there before you fry it. Food should be coated to protect it from extreme heat, to prevent it from becoming soggy with fat, and to prevent juices from coming out, and to make it and attractive.